Hey everybody, Paul here. For those that know me, you know I've been on this running journey. I started last Thanksgiving. We're at 56 years old. I signed up for a turkey trot, the first time I ever run in my life. And I've been pretty much running 4 days a week since the beginning of January. Last week, I've been using this app called Runna, which Runna, which is this app you see on the screen. I've gone through two running plan cycles, and I had one end last week. I decided to try Garmin suggested runs. Garmin takes all your vitals and it will monitor how you've been doing and recommend a workout based off of what it sees as stats. And I've done that for the last week, and this morning was kind of the last straw with it. One of the things it does, it decides that based on items like how much exercise you had the day before, how your sleep was, and all the other stats, and it recommends the workout for the day. So for the third time this week, the recommended workout for the following day has changed when I woke up. I went to bed last night saying today was going to be a speed workout with 15-second sprints. And after my night of sleep, I woke up. It changed it to an easy run of 2.7 miles at 1350 pace. The reason it gave for the swap is because of my poor sleep score for the night. The problem is I've been with this Garmin watch for 6 months, and I've had Garmin smartwatches in the past, and quite frankly, Garmin does a poor job of monitoring sleep quality, and I've never get anything better than poor. So to judge and base my training plan based off of that, I think is wrong. If they want to use a sleep score to do suggested planning, well, they should improve the way sleep scoring works, because right now it's just plain broken. So with that, I decided to go back to Runner. I have a 10K race planned at Run Disney that's going to fall on November 2nd. So I use that as my target date. Let me go into plan overview here. And that's 16 weeks away. So this went ahead and it created a plan for me for the next 16 weeks, and it's going to accumulate with a total of 348.3 miles. We'll see how close we get to that, because sometimes mileage is short, sometimes we go over. Like today, I wasn't feeling it and only did 1.4 miles for today's run. That's these are guidelines, right? And I think one of the things I've learned over the 6 months is you know what your body's doing, know how you're feeling, and a lot of it's a mind game. But anyways, I've been doing pretty good with it. It estimates my 10K time at the end of this 16 weeks will be between 1 hour 4 minutes and 1 hour 7 minutes. My personal best on a 10K race is 1 hour and 16 minutes. And that was back in June, and it was a hot and humid day. I think in November, provided the humidity's cut down by then, I can meet this goal, maybe even exceed it. I'm hoping to break an hour at some point with a 10K. We'll see how it goes. Some of the other things that it estimates, they said at the end of this program I'll be at 31 minutes and 7 seconds for a 5K, 2:25 on the half marathon, and 5 hours and 15 minutes on a full marathon. I have no interest in doing a full marathon, but to be honest with you, the half marathon with my last training plan, it actually had me run. The distance was a little over 10 miles. I'm starting to get it in my head that maybe a half marathon is in my future. We'll see what happens. So just starting this plan today, week one is 2 workouts. This morning, which I did 1.4 miles, and tomorrow morning will be a long run. What I found with this Florida heat and humidity, one of the challenges is hydration. Got the recommendation, I laid out my training plan, and that includes, what I eat and how I hydrate and all that. And I was talking to my brother-in-law about it, and one of the recommendations he had says, you seem like you're doing everything right, but one of the things I told him was I bring water with me on my runs, but I don't put anything in the water, it's just plain water. So he said he would change that to, add electrolytes into the water, and I've done so, and it made a world of a difference on my longer runs, and that's what I do now. So if I up to a 10K, I'll bring 24 ounces of water. If I'm doing more than a 10K, I'll bring 2 bottles of water with me for a total of 48 ounces of water. Week 2 is the first full week. What I'm doing different with this plan this time around, I'm going to a 5-day run, 5 runs a week. The last 2 plans I've only ran 4 days. I just feel good about it. I think it's a good time to bump up that extra day. If I feel I need to back off on it, I'll just recalculate the plan and adjust it that way. So week 2 has me at 18 and a half miles with accumulating with a long run on Saturday. Saturday is always my long run day, and that's going to be at 5.6 miles. Week 3, we're going 20.8 miles, and as you can see, that long run's at 5.6, which is the same as the previous week. And week 4, week 4 is shorter. It's only 4 days, and for a total of 12 miles. What Runna does and what every good plan should do is throw in a recovery week every once in a while, and Runna does that every 4th week is a recovery week. I find that's beneficial to good running health. Then we step it up for week 5. We're back to a normal schedule, 22.6 miles, with our long run being our first 10K distance. Week 6 bumps us up to 24.7. We're doing a little over 5K. A 5K is 6.2 miles. So we're going, 0.6 miles over that. Week 7 at 25.2 miles. And again, we're bumping up the mileage. And this time we're going a whole 7.5 miles. And then we went back to a recovery week, which is in week 8 at 15 miles. That's going to be an easy week compared to the ones that I've been through prior to that. What's interesting, I've set some goals that are monthly goals, weekly goals, as well as a year-long goal. And I'm blowing them goals away. When I set them in the beginning of January, I had no idea how my running would progress, and the distances that I've been able to accomplish is nothing but amazing. So right now, my weekly goal is 15 miles a week. With this plan, I'm going to beat it almost every week, except week 4 recovery. I probably won't get it. My monthly goal has been set at 50 miles for the month. I've met that goal every month this year, which is great. And I'm on track to make that for the month of July as well. My yearly goal I set at 500 miles. Back then, in January, when I set these goals, 500 miles seemed a little intimidating. Uh, I'm at I'm just under 400 miles right now in month 7. Uh, I'm going to surpass that by quite a bit. Even this, just judging by this plan that I have, uh, I'm going to be probably close. I'm going to say about 800 miles by the time the year is done. Week 9, we're bumping up again, 27 miles, and we're going for our long runs at 8 miles. We got this trend. It keeps on, as this plan progresses, we get better. 26.7 miles for week 10, accumulating an 8.7 mile run. And here's the big one, week 11. This is 28.2 miles are scheduled, and that 9.4 miles, that is a little over a 15K distance. And that's a big milestone. Now, I've done one 15K in my last plan, and it's given me confidence to bump up my distances for races. After I accomplished that 15K about, I guess, a little over a month ago, I decided to sign up for the hot chocolate race, which is happening December 15th, and I signed up for the 15K distance. And I'm also signed up for the Publix Gasparillo Distance Classic, which is in mid-February. I signed up for the 15K distance for that race as well. I might change that distance. Time will tell. I guess come December, see how I do with the hot chocolate run. I might change that February one to be a half marathon. A little too soon to tell. Maybe it's a little bit too ambitious for me. We'll see how I feel as it gets closer. Week 12, as you guess, is a recovery week. It's only 18 miles. I think it's funny I say it's only 18 miles. There was one time where I couldn't even run a single mile, never mind 18 in a week. It's crazy. And my long run for that week is 5.6 miles. Week 13 sees me doing my first 10 miler. That will be the longest distance I've ever run. Looking forward to it. I can't wait to get there. That week will be just under 30 miles for the week. Week 14, again, we're just at the 30-mile mark, but it seems like the daily runs during the week, we got 6.8 mile intervals on that Wednesday, and then the week with the long run at 8.7 miles. Yeah, that's some serious running. Week 15, got the distance going to 25.2 miles with a 10K distance for that long run. Then week 16 is a taper week. Taper weeks are things that you should do when you reach your race week. I don't taper for 5Ks anymore, mostly because most of my runs are a minimum of 5K distances. If you look, I don't think, I don't see any of my runs in this plan under, well, I guess week 8, my recovery run, got one that's under 5K. So most of my runs are 5K or greater. So I don't bother tapering for 5K races. I got a 5K race the end of August. Probably do one in September, October. I'll probably skip November because I got that 10K. I like to try to get one race a month done if possible. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, that taper week for the 10K will just run on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then race day is that Saturday. And it's overall, I really enjoy this program. It helps me keep me honest, and it gives me guidance as to what I should be doing for distances, and I'd have to say I'm 7 months in with using this program, and I'm a firm believer that following these plans have kept me, knock on wood, they have kept me injury free. I hope that continues. I think it's inevitable that at some point in time I will run into some injuries. Most runners do, but so far I've been pretty lucky. Well, that's the life of my running. My path to a healthier lifestyle. I've dropped some of my diabetes medicine. I have a doctor's appointment next week. I've already done my blood work, and my A1C level is down once again. So I'm hoping to drop another one of my meds. We'll see. We'll see what my doctor has to say. That's all for now. Have a great weekend. Bye.